On this episode of Pimp My Setup, we're going to be talking about your setups you submitted for tips, tricks, feedback, and much more. So if you're interested in that, then sit back, relax, and interact because the show starts
now.
It's time for the original setup show dedicated to providing you with tips, tricks, and feedback to pimp out your setup. Hosted by Philie with new special guests every week. Coming at you live in 3, 2, 1.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to Pimp My Setup, episode number 8, recorded live on December 4th, 2014. My name's Philie. Check me out on Twitter, @MadPhilly.
My name's Nwachukwu. Don't worry about how to spell my last name, but I guess it's kind of important because my Twitter handle is @Nwachukwu. I'm sure you'll have it linked somewhere down below.
Yeah, and it's good because it's on you. It's like the tag is on you so people can see.
All right, yeah.
Yeah, so that's good. I know everyone that's watching this is like, who?
What? Don't bite your tongue. Don't bite your tongue.
And I'm sure that the end definitely throws people off, but
that's the main thing. Yeah.
It's it's still, people will get over it eventually. Yeah. But we're here to talk setup, so let's do just that. I do want to let you guys know perks.pimpmysetup.com is still available if you guys want a fast pass. We have a couple of orders that were in, which is awesome. The last setup is actually a fast pass, but yeah, check that out, perks.pimpmysetup.com. But let's head into the first setup. The first setup is actually submitted by someone who didn't want to give me their name, so they go by Sit Back Gamers. 13 years old and just wants to know what's up. So let's take a look at Sit Back Gamers setup. And
all right.
it's
it's a setup
for 13.
No, that's actually like pretty nice. Like to have your own space like that.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool. Yeah.
And obviously you could tell for being a 13-year-old that the right monitor was probably hand me down. That's not a big deal though, because you still have dual monitors where other people don't have anything. So
yeah, that's true.
And even the PC's on a wood board, which now that's nice. Most people don't do that.
That's true. He was smart because like you don't want to have it set on carpet.
Yeah.
So
and most people do that, and he's 13. He was smart enough to know not to do that. But yeah, so looking at it, we're not going to be going through the points. We're going to do that at the end. Yep. I don't know. There's a lot going on with the actual desk itself, especially on the right side. You have a lot of open space underneath the desk. I would definitely get like a storage bin or something like that. That way you could obviously store things under there rather than on top of your desk. I don't know what the rest of your room looks like, but that TV must have like a really hard viewing angle when you're sitting down.
Yeah, I mean, I guess like because I've seen a lot of setups obviously with the flat screen hung up, but exactly with the angle, like it seems like your neck would hurt after a while because you want to have it tilted down a bit.
Yeah.
And also just I don't know. I don't want to like bag on the TV, but I mean you got cable and stuff, so I mean you got everything you need there.
Yeah. People are saying the desk is nice. It is really a nice desk, especially since he has all the open room. But it is hard for cable management, especially on the left side. But I give him props for keeping the wires to the left side and then to the right side. Like there's nothing in the middle.
Yeah, because the alternative would just be have everything hanging straight down, and then I mean he at least took some consideration into like how am I going to make this look a little bit better, because with that open desk, like it's pretty hard to hide all the wires unless you have some pretty good management. And for 13, like, that's not bad.
Yeah, no, it really isn't. And it wouldn't be that hard for him to fix, especially if he was to get like the bin, the organizational bin, that will cover up that right side, which obviously helps a lot. I don't know though with certain things, it's like, I don't know if you get the same vibe. It's very empty. I feel like if he was to put some posters up on the wall, it would give it some life, some personality. He needs to do that. I'm trying to think what else he could do here. It is pretty simple, pretty straightforward, which is good.
I mean, it's just like the one thing, like you see like his headphones on the, I mean, I guess it's like a place you can get them, like you can put them. Like right now I have wired headphones on right now. So something you can do is Sennheiser makes these really fancy, like they're like $25, just like headphone holders that you can put on the side of your desk.
Yep.
And it'll just clip right on there, and that would make it look a little bit better. Another thing, going back to cable management, an easy way to fix that, I feel, just get some zip ties. Like even if you don't have all of the cables hidden, at least it'll look like you only have one cable coming out from the bottom of the desk.
Yeah.
I think that's one easy thing. And it's a white wall. Like I have almost the exact same color wall that he has, but I think it's better that I at least like put some posters up just so it's not just like very monotone, you know?
Yeah. And you were talking about headphones and ways to display them. I have a video on my channel if you guys haven't seen that, of different cheap alternatives, command hooks, a banana holder, things like that. You could pick those up. But yeah, the Sennheiser clamp sort of thing for your desk is really nice if you have the money to spend. And someone saying in the chat that he should definitely wipe down that TV. I agree.
Yeah. No, but my thing is, so I'm guessing the TV you must have hung it up like that, because there's no way that you're like gonna touch it when it's all the way up there. So it's I don't know what he's doing there.
That is true. I do hope that he has like his bed on the opposite side so that at least he could watch TV from his bed. Otherwise, I really you should get like a mount. You should get like a mount that like tilts down at least, something like that. But all right, last thing for the setup. What do you think would be the best thing for him to upgrade next?
To upgrade next. Well, it seems like he has a good computer. Maybe I don't know. I probably have OCD, but the monitors, like just get another matching monitor.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's like a really minute thing, but I
think that
I like symmetry.
Yeah, it's okay though, because that's an older monitor. It's not even 16:9. So I think that it's a fair, pointer to take into effect. But I think that would be it. As far as the cheapest route to do things, just get some posters on the wall too, because that will make such a difference, I feel like. So I would do that, and
it'll liven it up a bit.
Yeah, and just go into like Walmart and pick up like a super cheap little bin and put that there so you can start clearing off your desk. But that's what I feel like. But that's awesome. Thanks for submitting your setup, Sit Back Gaming. And let's move on to the next one. The next one is submitted by Kurt, and Kurt just goes on to talk about all of his awesomeness that he has going on. Apparently, there's more to his setup. This is the only photo I was able to see, and for everyone wondering about the Pimp My Setup website, the developers are still taking their time, so it might be later this weekend, something like that. You'll be able to see the queue, and you could actually read all the setups descriptions like I have right here that you can't see. But anyways, let's take a look at Kurt's setup. So I don't know about you, but there's like 2 or 3 things that pop out right in the beginning, and the first one is that trash can. Yeah. Just get a black one, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say it just like pops out, like it's right under everything. You have like a nice black and blue vibe going on. I'm really digging that. But that's the first thing I knew you were gonna say, because it's just get a black one. That would make things. That's like a really easy thing to do.
Yeah.
And it's trash. You don't want to like draw attention to that.
Exactly. Or even just like, I'm surprised there's not like a door on that.
That would be optimal, because that's kind of
yeah. If you don't want to pay for the new trash bin, then you could just get a door for that. But I'm sure you'd rather pay the couple dollars for a new one. And the second thing that really gets right to me is, if you look where the power strip is at the bottom, it's right dead center, right where your feet are. It's just not the right spot. If you moved it over just a little bit to the right behind that main, desk drawer area, you wouldn't even see it. And the rest you just Velcro strap and it wouldn't be visible.
Yeah, the thing is, like, he could get a lot more points on cable management, because it's a really, really easy fix. Because as you can see, like, his desk already has that back panel that already covers most of it. Mm-hmm. So all he has to do is just move that strip over to the right. I don't even know if he really needs like a lot of like zip ties, but if you just pick it up, move it, then it'll probably it'll solve a lot of problems and a lot of like aesthetic problems that you have right there.
Yeah, it really would. And the other thing is, coming from your monitors, such an easy fix. Literally, just grab those wires and Velcro it to whatever. Just not
a lot of these things you don't even need Velcro. Just like hook it on the back of the like, you can see the stand on the left and the right.
Yep.
You can probably just hook it on there and it'll fall straight down.
Yeah, and even if you needed it to stay in a certain position, just get a piece of Scotch tape. Just
Yeah.
If you don't have Scotch tape, you use a Band-Aid. Maybe maybe not a Band-Aid, but
well, a Band-Aid kind of fits the theme of trying to fix it. So
true. Hey, that's what I was going for, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, the next thing that really gets to me is like, your out of sight, out of mind wouldn't be terrible if I couldn't see inside of your drawers. That just kind of killed the whole thing for me.
There's nothing out of sight.
Yeah, I mean, picture it though with the bottom half like covered up. I mean, yeah, the top has a little bit of things going on, but look at the CDs. I mean,
yeah, it's just like utilities that don't need to be shown.
Yeah.
Hence, like ergo the trash can. He didn't really have that.
Yeah, he should do something about the bottom half of his setup, really.
Yeah, everything else looks pretty good. Like I'm actually really liking it, but it's just like there's just some like key things that just kind of like take away from the overall, like, you know.
Yeah, well, you know, I have two good ideas. One,
yeah.
Well, actually, I guess I only have one good idea. I would definitely move that printer elsewhere, and you could get like a small little, I don't know. You could even get an organizational bin, which is something you might need, to the side of your desk, and just put it on top of that rather than on the main part of your setup. And I really like that desktop though. That's so nice.
That's really interesting. About the printer, I have the exact same thing. So like where I'm sitting, like where people see in my videos, like when I'm actually sitting at my desk, I have another desk right here that just has my printer right on top of it.
Yeah, there you go.
But yeah, the desk is really unique. I don't know if that was like he just pulled that from somebody's kitchen, but I really like the marble. It's like a really unique look that I haven't seen before. So points for that. I think that looks pretty cool.
Yeah, I think overall it is a nice setup. I wish I could see a little further up what's going on there. Because if you don't have anything, I say this for every setup, definitely just slap some posters on, and you have heavy blue LEDs going through your actual case. I would love to see an LED strip right behind your monitors. And I'm trying to think what else. I mean, if I'd ask you a question, hey, what theme do you think this setup has? Is it hard for you to pull a theme? What theme do you think of?
All right, let's see. It has some BioShock Infinite screensaver.
You can already tell that that's bad. If you can't pull it right from the start, so it's a little hard.
No, I was gonna say like it has BioShock and then it has Despicable Me, which are two pretty different things. No, I don't know. I guess like he's probably just going for more of like the colors, but again, that's not that apparent because like if he had like blue LED strips running at the back of the monitors or the back of the desk itself, then you'd be able to see like, oh, it's black and blue or something, you know?
Yeah.
But other than that, it's just like trash can, printer, gaming PC, bins, you know, he could do a little bit better with that.
Yeah. I think overall it's hard to think about what the theme actually is. So that's definitely something he should work towards. The theme doesn't have to be something too specific. Even if you just give it your personality, that's something you just need to look into. But I think that does it for his setup. Let's move on to the next one. Is it Raphael? I don't really. I'll just call him
Raphael.
Ralph. Yeah, Raphael.
Ralph.
Yeah.
It's not Ralph.
I'll just go for Mr.
Raph.
Mr. Raph.
Mr. R.
Yeah, Mr. R. We'll pull something a lot of people will do with you. Mr. R. We'll just go for that. So his setup, he doesn't really say too much. He just said, well, actually, he's from Canada and he's 22.
Yeah.
That's all he said. So, yeah, this setup.
Wow. But it's like wow in a good way.
And then like
wow in a.
Yeah, you're like,
wow.
Whoa, okay. You know, I think he really has a lot of potential here. It's just the fact
he has a lot of stuff.
He does.
That could be organized in a much better manner.
Yeah, I don't understand how
everything is transparent.
He's got a bowl just sitting there, which is also transparent.
Yeah. It's just like, all right, we'll get into it.
Yeah. So I think the first thing that really I like, even though it might not be everyone's cup of tea, is the amount of posters he has, because that does give his personality.
Matt, you told him to get posters. What do you want?
He really went overboard.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it is personal preference. So you got posters. I'm not gonna knock you for that. Now, I think the weirdest thing is the desk arrangement. How do you feel about the way the desk is set up as a whole?
I mean, I think it's fine. I just realized, are those two desks? Like that gap in the middle. Is that a gap?
Actually, I do think it is two of the same desks just next
put
to each
together.
other.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, you're gonna drop some stuff. I don't know, like I don't really like it that much. It doesn't. I don't know. I don't know. It's just like you have the 20-inch monitor, and then you have like the 40-inch TV, and then you have the gaming PC over there, and it just seems like I get it. Like in terms of usability, I guess. If you want to just like, this is something that I would think like he streams games or something.
True.
That's the one application that I could see that is useful for this setup.
Yeah.
But other than that, I don't know. Yeah. What do you think?
Honestly, what I think needs to be done, and you were kind of like a little about the desks. I really think if he just got one nice L desk or a desk of that sort, it would help him so much because, like you said, he has a lot of stuff and he has exactly what he needs to have a killer setup. It's just a matter of placement, and I think his desks are sort of holding him back. So I think if he had a new desk, redid everything, sort of like Toby Matsu said, he should probably just take everything down and start over. I feel like if he did that, it would be great because he's got his Xbox One just chilling on
the bin,
just a rubber bin. I don't know how I feel about that, but also his wires are just.
All right, everyone in the chat room, we're gonna take a little break, a little moment of silence for this guy. All right, that's good.
Good, yeah.
Now he had. All right, Raf, Mr. R, you have a lot of stuff, and I really, because the thing is like you have a lot of potential for this setup. Yeah. But the only thing is that like, it's just kind of everywhere, and I think the main problem is that. One, your desks are glass, so you can see through that. So there's full transparency, so you can see everything. So and that's what I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think he would be able to hide those wires, because it's a glass desk and you can't really wrap them on the edges of the desk or like hide them in any way. So it's wire management's going to be kind of tough.
Yeah, I do think though. Now try to vision this with me. I don't know if I'm just thinking weird here, but if he had a nice black L desk with red LED lights all over the place and everything was positioned nicely, how awesome would that setup look?
I love black and red. I mean, already like his headphones and the computer are doing it for me.
Yeah.
As you can see, I have a black and red phone. Like I love that color scheme, but if he had a black desk, it would just look really sleek. It would just make things look really sleek. You can put the black Xbox One. You can find a spot for that, and I think it kind of fits the theme because that color scheme's a little aggressive, but that's okay because, I mean, this is an aggressive setup. So I think a black L desk would be pretty cool. And then even like if you do go out and get another desk, it would probably be a lot easier to hide those cables. Underneath. And plus, if it's under a black desk, then naturally you're not going to see as much under it anyways.
Yeah. And I'm just going to quickly talk about the posters. They're really nice. I like what you're doing, except I do think that they're a little randomly placed. I would give it a little bit more like, okay, poster, not like poster over here, poster over there, like not all over the place. And I would definitely look into framing them rather than just using duct tape.
I was going to say framing them. Yeah. I have 3 Breaking Bad posters right here. And again, the OCD. I don't want to be offensive to anyone who actually might have OCD, but I took a ruler and almost like marked the wall so that I can get it perfectly straight. And I just like get some frames. And if you can't, I know another easy trick. If you don't want to, because you already have tape, we know that. You can actually just get some colored painter's tape and you can actually just make a frame on the wall, and that'll give it a little bit of separation with the posters if you're going to have a lot of those on the wall. That's a really easy way to just like a really cheap, really easy way to like emulate a frame.
Yeah, no, I like that. And I also on my setup, I have a lot of posters and they're all pretty like even. And I mean, everyone gives me crap because my my headphone hooks. I just kind of like plopped them on. I didn't really like, do too much in terms of leveling them out. But my posters, guys, I mean, look how good they are. You can kind of see them behind me.
Look how good my posters are, guys.
Yeah, not these. Don't look at my headphones. Look at my posters. But yeah, I definitely think that would take his setup over the top. And a lot of people are saying, "Oh, this is an awesome setup. It's so awesome." It's like, yeah, because he's got a lot of personality. He's got a lot of the things needed, but he's not doing it correctly, I think.
Yeah.
Which kind of sucks. But let's take a look at the next setup. This setup is submitted by Shane, and Shane just said, "What's up?" so
okay.
Yeah, we were talking wires, right? Cables, things like that. I think he beat him out. He beat Mr. R out.
You're like, yeah, maybe.
Yeah. It's kind of a scary photo just looking at that part of it. But for a second, let's kind of look away. The desk is very nice. I see a lot of people have this desk. It works good. You have their triple monitors.
L desk,
yeah. And I mean, the monitors, make sure they're touching, make sure you have the right angles for the best viewing. And I would definitely look to like a triple monitor mount at some point. I'm trying to think here what else I could comment on. The picture frames are so weird because they're so everything's so small. It's
he has like a random piece of paper like on the wall. I'm just like confused about
it. It probably has a lot of importance to him, but I would love to see like big posters on the wall, something that doesn't look so weird. You could put those little papers elsewhere, but God, all right. You know what? How about you just talk about it, because I'm trying to register everything in my brain right now.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna. Okay. I'm trying to like not be a dick. So. The one thing that I see is like the headphones here. Again, use watch. I'm speaking to you.
Okay.
Not you. Shane. Yeah. Watch Matt's video on alternatives for like headphone stands and stuff like that. Because I'm not sure what you have that pinned to. I think it's just like a nail in the wall. I can't tell, but it'd be cool if you can get that off the wall. It actually it can look cool, but I don't know. It's just like random that there's just one there.
Yeah.
So yeah, look into getting like some stands for your monitors would be helpful. I mean, you do have like the raised platform, so maybe you think you probably don't need that. Some other things. I'm not really going to talk about cable management. I can see that you're probably a great father because I see the baby crib like right there, and that's fine. But
you know what? If you look closely, people are saying that's actually a what do you call it? A shooting target. That's what that piece of paper is.
Oh, okay.
Now that makes a lot more sense.
That makes sense. Yeah.
It's still very weird though. Man, I don't have a lot of words for this setup. I don't know why. It's hard to think about. Everything's just placed wrong, I think, in terms of especially like underneath, like the one PC just doesn't.
Just like there.
Yeah, and he has the power strips all along where his feet are. It's like at least try to push him behind that computer. Get him out of your way.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I just feel like everything's sort of like thrown onto the desk. It's sort of random placement of different items. I don't know.
I mean, I don't think it's that random. Like he has obviously he sits down and then he has his 2 keyboards and then his 3 monitors. And then he has the computer to his left and to the right. I don't know what that is, but it's probably something he uses for work. And then on the left side, he probably has some other stuff that he just has hanging there. So I don't think like the actual desktop setup is that bad. Like, yeah, I can use a few changes, but it's just everything else mainly. So a couple tips that I have is just do something about the cable management. Again, just get some zip ties or something there. Just work on the cable management. Move the PC over maybe to like the right side so that it's not randomly placed, I guess. Another thing you can do is just like the wall is just really weird. Like I think that's like a degree in the background.
Probably, yeah.
And yeah, I mean, just everything just looks really miniature.
It really does. I mean, it's a big desk, granted, but still,
Yeah.
I don't think the framed photos are helping.
Yeah, it's just like if you have a large setup and then you have like pieces of paper like on the wall.
Yeah.
Just get some big posters, I guess, and
maybe paint the wall.
Yeah, paint the wall. It would make it even if you just paint the wall, it wouldn't look a little. It'll look a little less droll than what it looks right now.
Yeah. I don't think I really have too much more to say about this other than the fact that there is no apparent theme. There really is.
The theme is. I'm such a mean person. Like this will be. We'll say this after the show. But yeah, there's no theme.
Okay, yeah, we'll hear the theme later from you. For anyone that watches live, you're gonna not watching live is gonna miss out. But yeah, let's just move on. We'll talk more about Shane's setup later. But now this next setup is submitted by Frosty Wins. Frosty Wins, again, another person who doesn't want to tell me their name. It's okay. I'm not gonna kill you. Let's see here. So basically, Frosty has submitted a setup before. This is what we're looking at right now. Pretty simple, pretty straight to the point, but that doesn't matter. It's still set up. And first thing, the wires. Now, it looks like they're using like a fold-up sort of table, which it isn't bad. Use what you would, use what you want to use. The only thing is, I feel as if it's going to be hard for wires, obviously. You can take the approach that someone used in the last episode where they had a cloth going from the back of the desk down. It could work for you. I don't know how it would work in terms of going around the corners and things like that, but you can think about that yourself. But really, the wires are the only thing that really pops to me, and then I think the rest is very simple. And I do want to see the monitors touch. I don't know if you don't want that, though, because you use one for gaming. I'm not sure. I would definitely, I guess I'll quickly name some things up. I would definitely get something for the games. Don't put it on top of the console. The box is cool. Might not really fit unless you had other boxes or something to that effect, because I feel as if it's sort of a very random just box chilling there along with your, I think that's like Xbox Live membership, and your glasses are cool there. I mean, not the end of the world. I could go on forever, but again, headphones, man, come on.
Yeah.
So what do you have to say about it?
So did he just give you his name? Did he give like an age or anything?
Trying to read this. No, I don't really. Maybe in his previous email. Let's see.
Okay.
Oh, in his old email from July, he said his name's Aaron, which that's something. I don't see anything about his age though.
Okay. So I actually kind of like this setup.
Yeah.
Because I like things that are simple. And it seems like he's working with what he has.
Yeah.
Which I like. And I think a couple main things, like it's just like random things, like the keyboard. Like, why is the wire going to the left when maybe it's too short?
Yeah.
That it's connected to the computer. That's my guess. But like just something like that, have it going to the back rather than like the left of the tables, like a really random thing. Again, the monitors. You just put them closer together. It's just like really small things. Again, it looks like he's working with what he has that I actually like. I mean, like as far as like anything like a theme, I guess like gaming, I guess.
Yeah.
But other than that, I don't know. There's not much going on with this. I mean, you can work on cable management. Again, I think that would not be too hard for you because you already have this little corner here that you can utilize and just kind of route all your wires to that one area, rather than having it all right there.
Yeah. I think that one thing that let's say he had a white wall, I think it would definitely be like, but I think that color wall really sets a nice tone, and because of that, it's not so like the other settings. So I like that. It's definitely, like you said, it's a nice simple setup. And I really don't think that there's too much to do to it other than just clean it up, make it. If you want to go for simplicity, then keep it simple. Definitely find. I said this a million times in this setup in this episode for some reason. Definitely just get like a not even a storage bin, just some means of storage for the games, for your controllers. And if you're going to do something with the box, maybe have a couple of product boxes, get a shelf, do something like that. But I think it's a very nice, simplistic setup. So,
yep. Yeah, like Don Draper saying, "What's up with everyone hanging their headphones on their monitors?" I don't get it. I don't know.
It's a gamer's thing. It really is.
Yeah,
they think it's cool, but it's really not.
I don't know. That's my personal opinion.
Yeah. Like what? Okay.
I guess it can be a little bit practical. Like if you have a dedicated gaming spot, you sit down, take the headphones off, but
with your Astros,
you can still put it. You can still put it somewhere else, I think. I don't know.
Yeah, if you're using Astros and you have a gaming, like you said, like a little gaming setup, then yes, I think that it's cool because you're not going to be using speakers. You're not going to be using anything like that. That's your gaming zone.
Yeah.
But if you use it in your daily setup, like what if you're going to use your speakers? Do you put them on your
it just
monitor?
doesn't seem too practical. Yeah.
Just come up with a different solution. I have a whole video about like 10 or 15 different solutions. So check that out. But do you really have anything else to say about his setup? I think it's pretty straight to the point.
It's pretty cut and dry. Yeah.
So all right, the next sub is a fast pass. Again, guys, perks.pimpmysetup.com if you're interested. But these are the photos he did submit. He's actually an awesome fan of mine. Geezer. He's actually a lot older. He's actually I no matter how I say it, I'm gonna sound like a douche. I think he's one of the oldest viewers, which is awesome. I think that's really cool that he's in the setups and things like that. So he said sorry for his photography skills and his camera. He doesn't have the best, but he did show us exactly what we need to see, and it's a very interesting sort of workshop or something like that. Let's see what he said here. He has a lot going on. He does have like a PS3 and stuff like that all throughout his whole like work setup, which is pretty cool. And he said the main function of all this is for computer self-education. So that's pretty cool. But let's take a look at it. He's got big posters. That's great. That's the first thing. I like if you see like he's got all the computers like mounted.
Yeah.
Very interesting. I've never seen it mounted just like that.
Yeah, and I don't want to like date him, but yeah, I think you can kind of tell that this is like an older guy. Like like even like the new 20th century. It just seems like sophisticated. I don't know. Like
I do like it. It's like his little work zone, which is
it seems like it's his own little like private workshop.
Yeah, it's very cool. And I like especially underneath. I'm not sure exactly all the things that are going on, but. Yeah. Do you see any wires? Like, look at that.
Oh, yeah. It seems like he just like compartmentalized them into like boxes, and it looks really cool. And then he has like the black wall too. It's
nice. It's really, really nice. And that's a good tip. If you want to go above and beyond, paint the bottom of your wall black.
Exactly. Yeah.
That will solve a lot of issues right there. But wow, that is I really like when I saw that.
That's the coolest cable management I've seen. Like it looks really cool.
Yeah, I mean the carpet definitely shows some age, but I mean who cares? It's a carpet. But for the desktop, one thing I find a little weird is the two monitors to the left. The one is like so completely turned that it's almost like 90 degrees to the other monitor. I don't know how well that works, but it should.
I actually just noticed that. Yeah,
it might work fine though, because obviously he wouldn't have it like that if it didn't work. Well, I don't know what he does over there, but I like the TV. And overall, it's pretty clean, especially for the amount of things he has on display. It's very clean.
Yeah. I was saying, I love like organization and things like that. And it seems like it's a lot of stuff, but somehow he made it seem like most things have a place where they're supposed to be. Yeah. And it's like really like, see, the one thing that I kind of don't understand is that I've seen people on your show, and it seems like did they know that what show they were sending it to? Because like there's some things you can just take some stuff off the desk before you take a picture.
Yeah,
and it seems like this is what his desk probably looks like most of the time. Yeah. But it's really cool.
I like that. It's a very realistic photo, like you were saying. But overall, I don't think there's too much more to like say when it comes to that setup, because it is just like the last one, so straightforward, which is really what matters. But now we come to the part of the show, the fun part, where we go over the scores. This episode, I think, has to be, out of all 8 episodes so far, the lowest scoring episode ever. I
was hoping it wasn't just me being a narcissistic douchebag, but Good to know.
I mean, it was no. Just kidding. It's funny though because almost our scores were like dead on with each other, which just go. And we did it at a completely different time, guys. So it was not like we did it during the show and we just agreed. But let's take a look and see what score everyone got. So the first one, Sit Back Gaming, came out with a 30, which is not that bad. And then Kurt came out with a 35, which oh man. I can't wait to talk about how bad I feel for him in just a second. But then Mr. R came out with a 25, which he's another one that could have been a lot higher up if he had a couple of things done to the setup. And Shane matched that with another 25. Frosty came out with a 37. And surprisingly enough, Ray came out with a 54. And a lot of people are going to be like, are you kidding me? Blah, blah, blah. But I'll tell you why. Yeah. The only reason why he jumped up so much is cable management.
I gave him a 9 for cable management. I thought it was amazing.
Yeah, if it wasn't for that, he probably wouldn't have won.
Yeah, because you gave him a high score. Like, actually, like some other like he had like a couple threes. I gave him 2 threes for other things, but yeah, I think the wire management really helped him out.
Yeah, it really. If that didn't happen, it would have been Frosty and Kurt that won. But because things happened the way they did, Ray is number 1, and coming in second is surprisingly Frosty, which is pretty cool. A lot of people are most likely upset that Kurt didn't get to the end, but there's some things he's got to work on. If he was to fix those things, he would have been right at the top. A lot of these setups just need a couple of things done, and they could have had close to a perfect score. So overall, a lot of fun doing this. I think I like having Austin on because we were like 1, 2, 3 right to the points, you know, and I think it flowed very well. So thanks for coming on the show, man.
Thank you. It's been a fun time.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, and it's sad that there are no more setups to talk about. So guys, thanks so much for watching this episode of Pimp My Setup, episode 8, recorded live on December 4th, 2014. My name is Matt Philie. You can check me out on Twitter at MattPhilie.
My name is Austin Nwachukwu, and yeah, if you can spell my last name, I'm on Twitter. You'll have it down in the description. Yep. So go subscribe to my channel. Follow me on Twitter, all that good stuff.
There you go. So last thing before I do end the show, I do this for every co-host. What is what scares you the most in life? It's just sort of like a weird question I ask everyone before we sign off.
See, the funny thing is, I saw the
damn it.
No, but the thing is, like, it wouldn't apply to me anyways.
Oh, okay.
Were you gonna have people send shitty pictures to me?
Yes.
So my biggest fear is failure. So if you can find a picture of that.
Oh, that's a good one. I haven't. Yeah, you know, that's definitely gonna be a hard. Okay, I take that back. They're definitely gonna find something to tweet you. So guys,
probably.
Well, that is if they could spell your last name.
Yeah, right.
Now maybe they could tweet it to the wrong person, and that's failure, and that will scare you. So you'd always do that, guys. But send him pictures of failure. All right. So again, guys. Thanks.
Actually, now that I think about it, it'll probably be some funny stuff. So.
Yeah, it should be good. Maybe some funny products that have failed, things like that. So let's see what happens. But guys, thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you on the flippity flop. Peace.
Peace.
Thanks for watching this episode of Pimp My Setup. If you enjoyed the episode, be sure to like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe. Follow at Pimp My Setup on Twitter for the latest info about the show. And check out swashin.tv/schedule to know when we'll be live again. Stay up to date with Matt Philie by following him on Twitter at MattPhilie. And until next time, we'll catch you on the flippity flop.